Alright, so welcome back. This probably looks a little different because I am now on a desktop. So this is the main part of North America here. You can see Texas and the Quebec country, and this Canada and Alaska, America, Mexico. And then you also see down here Yucatan is controlled by America. Down here in South America you can see the outcomes of the wars. Antarctica is a little different though. I had to get a new map and redo all the changes, and this is as close as I ended up being able to get, because it's just a different style for Antarctica. And that should be all of the claims in Antarctica. Russia is split, and Europe should be about the same. France doesn't exist. Thinking that might take a break from the Antarctic colonization. This will be going on during the same time as the previous events. I just kind of wanted to, do something different. Alright, so we'll be having China, or what, this part of China, but just the actual China, go to war against Taiwan. China will be China will be going ahead and sending their navy out here and over to Taiwan. China will make a naval invasion on Taiwan in this northern section, as China is not one of the colonizers in Antarctica. They don't have any other thing for their military to be doing right now, so they're just kind of free to do whatever they want, like this. But before they can do that, they have something else happen. They have a couple of breakaways happen, and this is the land that those two breakaways have. As you can see, China has just lost their, well, not lost, because they still have a fairly strong military presence out here, but they have lost their thing. I don't know what I'm saying right now. They have lost their direct naval access to Taiwan. Now you might be thinking, China's big, surely those two won't do anything, right? But they do. They gave reason to leave to a couple other places in China, such as Inner Mongolia, Tibet. So now China is going through the same thing that its former northern ally went through. So starting off, this Inner Mongolian country will start moving into China along its border here. They are the first of the breakaways to start moving, and that might be because they're being funded by some other countries. The next group that will is this Tibetan country. They'll start moving in also along their border, hoping that you can see these marks because YouTube compression, and also really bad color choice on my part. But China will not give up that easily because they are one of the stronger countries in the world. They will start to move back against this one here, Outer Mongolia, and also against Tibet. But their military is still primarily focused out here in Taiwan. And they have pushed the Taiwanese even closer to being wiped out, as you can see here in this rather big zoom. Well, I didn't go that far. But these Chinese breakaways are definitely being funded by some enemies of China. The next one that will start moving in is this Hong Kong breakaway. They are doing very successful, or being very successful, because they have a decent amount of population. And then the other breakaway over here will start doing much of the same in joint military operations with the other group, because these two groups are very similar. But Inner Mongolia decided to go ahead and unite with what it was going to, regular Mongolia. But they will continue to move in down here on, I guess, the southern Manchurian place, getting fairly close to Beijing, I believe. I haven't looked at a map in China in a few years. Probably should. But Tibet is also getting external funding, but it's not from who you'd expect it to be. And I will not reveal who theirs is very easily. But as you can see by the success of these 4 groups, there's probably a whole bunch of funding to take down China. Also, the population is just crazy. But that gives Taiwan the ability to start to push back against the Chinese, as they are now distracted. And they are pushing them back up here. This green country will continue to move outward, and they will start a very, very slow spearhead northwards on the coast here. Their southern neighbor will reach over here to connect up with Tibet. And due to the terrain here, they are going very slow, even though it doesn't look like it, as this is taking months or even years to do. Okay, so I just quickly looked at a map of China, and pretty much all of the major population centers are under the control of these rebel groups. And that's because most of the people in China are kind of tired of being ruled by communists. But the communists are very stout. They do not want to just give up. But this sweeping campaign by the lime green country will continue up and meet with Mongolia, completely cutting China off from the sea, which means that Taiwan is getting their entire island back to them. Because, China can't even do anything about it. So they're just doing a peace deal because China can't really do anything to them. Because China doesn't border them anymore. Mongolia is continuing to expand their efforts here, much like so. Then this yellow country down here will very gradually make up through this patch of jungle here. Or I suppose it's jungle. It's probably river basin, knowing how Southeast Asia looks. Yeah, very, very straight border. I, as an American, approve of this. Squares are better. But this works. Tibet will be expanding their very, very large front line. And since China is now beginning to just straight up collapse, they're just kind of sporadically taking land. Mongolia won't let Tibet have all the fun. They reach over and connect up with Tibet. these borders are absolutely hideous right now. But you should know, they will not stay this way. Because China is capitulating. Because the people are tired of being communist. So, I'm going to go ahead and make up a peace deal and we can have a look at a peace deal. Alright, so here's the peace deal. So, here's the ungreen country right here. The reason they got a majority of the land from China is because they united with Taiwan. No, the actual real Republic of China, not People's Republic of China. They aren't communists there. An actual democratic republic. And this is Tibet. Mongolia. And then the yellow Hong Kong country is down here. That is their land claims. And that will actually be it for this episode, because I need to figure out video editing, because it's going to be a little bit different. Thank you for watching this video, and have a very, very nice day.